Protein, where you get your protein? Food-based diets, not getting enough protein. Does food have protein? Of course it does. How would the fruit or the plant grow without fats, amino acids, proteins, and carbohydrate? If you ever studied biology, everything has protein in it. But how much do you need? Huh? How much do you need? My diet, for a vegan, I would say it has a decent amount of protein. Why? Because fruits are loaded with amino acids, the building blocks of protein. When you have amino acids, they are built into muscle a lot quicker than bigger chains of protein that have to go through a process of breaking them down to build them back up. Breast milk, right? It's about 7 to 8% protein. That's for a baby. And the baby grows the most in its whole life, those couple of years, when it's drinking, mama's titties, right? So, but then fruits, bananas are about 10% protein. Oranges, citrus, 6 to 7% protein. So it's similar to your mother's breast milk. So why do we need more? Does the body need more protein? I don't think so. But for a vegan, you could eat things that are more concentrated proteins like lentils, beans, legumes. They have a lot of protein and you can easily get them. So why are we supplementing with protein? A lot of bodybuilders, they ask me, it's like, how do you run so much and you don't get the protein? I'm like, because running involves energy and carbohydrate. When you have a lot of carbohydrate, your body uses that as fuel, and it doesn't break down your muscle to use that as fuel. Here's a fun thing. Here's a known fact. Bodybuilders, they say you need at least 100 grams of protein to maintain muscle. Why? Because protein is all they eat, right? So they got to use it as fuel and something to rebuild the body. Now, if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, your body doesn't have to break down its muscle to use it as fuel or use protein as fuel or use its carbohydrates. So you eat more carbohydrates, you don't lose as much muscle. You reduce soreness after a 20-mile run. 20 big ones a day, 20 miles a day. How much protein do I get? About 10%. 10%, 80, 10, 10. 10% fat, 10% protein. Mostly fruits. So it just drives you crazy. Too much protein is a problem. Big companies, dairy companies, meat and dairy companies, they got to make money, right? It's a business. You got to make money. So you got to say to the public, you need a protein. It's very good for you. It's very good. You need a lot of protein. What we don't realize is that too much protein screws up your liver, screws up your kidneys, gums up the body, gums up the lymphatic system. You get a lot of mucus, and your body's not free moving, not free flowing, and you can't run 20 big ones a day. You can't run 30 big ones a day. Oh, you just gotta run 4 or 5 miles a day, blah blah blah, and you could be a good runner. And no, come on, guys, come on. Run 4 or 5 miles a day. Well, if that's the best you can do, you're probably not eating right, probably not getting the energy, the power. So you know what? I gotta talk about this, the mentality in running this day. My buddy Rob, he wins a 5K race. He gets to break the small little town 5K race. Good job, Rob. He worked hard, he did the training, put the work in. But then he turns around and then everybody crossing the line is breaking the ribbon. Like they're giving a ribbon for everybody else, saying that everybody's a winner. That's our sports mentality. That's our mentality in sports. Is like everybody's a winner. You don't have to be that great. Well, that's why we're not that good. That's why we don't compete as well as the Kenyans and Ethiopians, because they're hardcore, man. They're just out of it, hardcore. And what do the Kenyans eat? Fruit, ugali, grains. Well, that doesn't have much protein in it, but it's all carbohydrate. But they're the fastest beings in the world, man. They're incredibly fast. It's high carbohydrate, low fat. So what's this of protein? You need more protein. Come on, forget about it. I'd be dead right now. Protein is bodybuilding food. Fats are bodybuilding food. If you want to get, big, overweight, generally that's the standard American diet. It's high protein, low carbohydrate. But then we blame sugar. Sugar on its own, if you just ate sugar, raw refined sugar, your body would waste away because it doesn't have much vitamins, minerals. It pulls out all the nutrients out of your body and you get thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Then you would be deficient in fat and protein. But everything has fat and protein, like I just said. So my buddy, he runs the race and he says to me, well, this is crap. It's like they don't run 10 miles a day like I do. They do blah blah blah, so and so. They run a 22-minute 5K. You can run 17 minutes or whatever, win the race. But like nobody else put in the work, but he put in the work for the race. For me, I put in the work. I put in the work. I eat right, put in the work. If I break the ribbon because I put in the work. But not everybody is a winner, okay? You get that out of your mind. It's like, you're not winning, you're not doing that great as you can because, one, you're not eating right, two, you're not training right, you're not training hard enough. To win, you need to put all your effort into it, okay, people? Protein myth, just a myth, just a money-making scam. You gotta make money, their business, they make money, okay? So make some money. For me, not about making money, really. I'm on this YouTube, I don't make any money on YouTube, but I get these videos out for all my fans, other people, because I want to help people, you know, write to people, give some advice about training, how to run fast, of course, how to eat right. And in the end, you never stop running, always inspiring, bada bing, bada boom.
We refuse you!
Protein, forget about it.